everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Caffeinated Librarians, MPL's Pop Culture Podcast. We are kicking
She does
off...
that so seamlessly.
She really does.
That's pretty good.
And I flub it every time.
You do. It's hilarious.
I mean, look, Simona's been here from the start. She's
She
the only original.
Yeah, she's the OG. Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
OG Simona. That's what we're going to call you from now on, I think.
OG.
OG. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so this is day one of our classic horror series, and we are kicking things off with a discussion of the post-apocalyptic science fiction horror film, The Last Man on Earth. And it's based on the 1954 book I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, and Richard Matheson was one of the screenwriters for this film.
He did not want to be credited.
No, he did not. And I actually have a quote that he gave on an interview in 2007 before he passed away. He passed away in 2013. So I'll share his thoughts on the film in a little bit. So the film was produced by Robert L. Lippert and directed by Sidney Salkow. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Ubaldo Ragona.
So
Joe has some...
these directors. Ubaldo Ragona might as well be a ghost. There's like nothing about this man out there. He directed like 2 documentaries outside of this, and that seems to be it. I have no clue who he is.
Wow.
Sidney Salkow. What a career this man had. Director of such timeless classics as She Married a Cop, The Lone Wolf Meets a Lady, and everybody's favorite, Woman Doctor.
I was just about to ask if this is sarcasm, but is it?
No, I think those are
These are real movies.
No. I'm not doubting whether they're real.
No, these are not popular films. These are junky poverty row films that nobody watches anymore. I tried to find some information on Woman Doctor just because with a title like that, how can you go wrong?
Because I'm intrigued.
On Letterboxd, literally 2 people have claimed to see it, and there are no reviews. So,
that's not helpful.
Maybe it's ripe for rediscovery. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. And
if we can find it, we have to watch it and talk about it.
I'm going to track this down. And we're going to watch it, and it's going to be the most boring 80 minutes of all.
Yeah. It's just going to be a woman that's a doctor, like, doing house stuff, but probably not as funny as House.
Oh, it's only 65 minutes long, so even better.
It may surprise you if we can track it down. So this film, bless you.
God bless you.
So this film stars Vincent Price and Franca Bettoya, and Franca Bettoya plays Ruth. She plays Ruth.
Is Ruth his wife?
No, she's the lady at the end.
Oh, the lady at the end. Oh, she was annoying. Which one was his wife? She was kind of... I liked her. I was like, what year was this made?
1964.
I was like, wow, she's a looker.
Yeah, so...
He looks so much older than her.
Because he probably is.
I thought she was with the blonde-haired guy.
Ben?
I thought she was with Ben at first. Like, that's because they look more along the same age.
Well, it's funny because there's a review where it says Ben, the uncle friend that the wife really seems to like.
Yeah, right?
So
looking for Uncle Ben.
So this film was shot in Rome, even though technically it's supposed to be Los Angeles.
Very clearly Rome.
It was supposed to be Los Angeles?
That's where the book takes place.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was cheaper to film in Rome.
This is an Italian production, and it's very clearly an Italian production.
I gotta tell you, there was like the whole movie starts with like a big landscape shot, and then when he starts like saying like, 15th Ave or this and that, I'm like, oh, he's talking about New York City. I was like, this doesn't look like it doesn't look like Los Angeles either. Like, it doesn't look like any city in America.
So for some reason, there are places in Rome built to look like other cities. You can film at Cinecittà, which is just like a classic studio. Instead, they filmed it in the EUR district, which was built by Mussolini, and it embraces like the futurist architecture that the Italian fascists were really into. So it looks insane.
Yeah.
It looked also ugly. I was wondering.
Oh yeah, it's pretty garish.
Why do I hate this? Mussolini. That says it all.
That district is used to great effect in a different film called The Conformist. If you want to see this architecture used coolly and in a way that like acknowledges like, oh yeah, this is fascist influence, that movie's great.
Interesting.
So So, with the exception of Vincent Price and the young actress who plays his daughter, every other cast member was Italian. So they did say their lines in English, but they were eventually dubbed over.
Yeah,
Which you could tell.
Italian films at this time just did not record on-set sound. It was not.
Yeah.
It was too expensive, and frankly,
Oh,
they didn't
okay.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the things, and as my aunts will tell you, they have one of the best dubbists, some of the best dubbists in the world. So the art form of dubbing is well crafted in Italy, and I think in many other countries. Like, so it's supposed to be very seamless, and I'm sure things have things really have improved. I've watched films that are dubbed. You pretty much can't really tell unless you know what other language the film is supposed to be in. They are really good when it comes to dubbing films. So the film starts off in the present time and then eventually jumps back 3 years before, when this sort of plague or epidemic has taken place. So the basic premise of the film is that Vincent Price's character, Dr. Robert Morgan, is quote-unquote the last man on Earth. There has been this plague, which is not really described in much detail because not much is known about the plague, its
But
origins.
it's turning everyone into vampires.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you may know this is the Will Smith film I Am Legend.
I did get a lot of that. in
Which the
this
writer
movie.
actually liked. He liked the Will Smith version.
I remember liking it too.
He said it was, I think, the
don't like that
closest or
movie.
one
Yeah,
of the
I
closest.
I haven't seen it in ages.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah, I
I don't remember it enough.
Yeah,
to-
I don't know that I necessarily like I Am Legend. I think I actually prefer this. If we're just comparing those two adaptations, even though the author said that I Am Legend is a closer adaptation.
no,
I don't think he
I don't
said
think he
closer.
said that. He just
Oh,
likes
no,
it.
not
yeah.
closer.
Likes it, yeah.
He just liked it.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
Last
I Am
Man
Legend
on
is
Earth-
wildly different.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Last Man on Earth is closer, but I also know there were a few script revisions which Richard Matheson was not happy with, and that's why he sort of did not want to be associated with the film. So yeah,
Oh,
so there's
damn, Richard Matheson, real OG here. He wrote the Twilight Zone episode with
Yeah.
Captain Kirk on the plane.
Oh, the
Oh,
Brown-
yeah?
Shatner, yeah.
yeah he
Wow.
wrote I think a few episodes of the Twilight Zone.
Yes, yeah. And he did all the Roger Corman, not all of them, but a lot of the Roger Corman Poe movies, which have actually really good Vincent Price performances in them. So
Yeah, Vincent Price, one of the films that I haven't seen all of his films, but one of the films that I have seen that I really like is House of Wax.
Yes.
Don't see the abysmal
movie.
remake.
I kind of
no, the remake's good.
Fun.
It's
yeah.
grimy as hell.
Yeah.
No. Watch the original.
I'm a big fan of House of Usher. Mask of the Red Death is also great, and if you want a goofy later one, Abominable Mr. Phibes.
Nice.
My only, up until seeing this movie, my only point of reference for Vincent Price is his part in Thriller, the song.
No, Radigan.
Oh, that's right, in Radigan.
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah, see, his voice. Let's talk. We haven't talked about his voice on camera, right?
no.
Let's talk about his voice in this.
So I love Vincent Price. He has a very distinct voice.
Yeah.
Here, he is going insano mode.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has never sounded more like the Brain from Pinky and the Brain. He
Yeah.
has there's like a little bit of Stewie Griffin in there almost.
Yeah, right?
Like I don't know if he just was not used to the dubbing process, but he gives a very weird vocal performance here.
Yeah.
It was also very cold when they shot. It was winter, and he wasn't too happy. And I think he said he would pay the taxi the director to let him to keep the heat on so he could change in the car between takes. He was not very happy. It was very cold.
Yeah, it was very unemotional performance by Vincent Price, and there the part where his daughter starts to get infected, and she's like, "Mommy, where are you? I can't see you, Mommy," and he's just like, "Blindness is a symptom. Don't worry. Like blindness is a symptom. It's time to panic. Like, what do you mean? Don't worry."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of brilliant moments. So anyway, so there is this plague that's sweeping over mankind. Robert Morgan is one of the scientists charged with trying to figure out the origins and a cure. However,
Oh, that's the other. No, you keep going and we'll get to it. But you enticed something
Jogged
in my brain.
something in you.
Yeah.
in your core memory?
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, or his
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben,
Spider-Man.
I thought he was the uncle, but he's not an uncle. Is one of Dr. Morgan's coworkers.
No, yeah, Dr. Morgan says he was like a little brother at
Yeah.
one point. And I said, what?
Yeah.
You don't get that at all from the film.
Nope.
Oh.
So Ben is the one who sort of introduces what Dr. Morgan kind of would call like conspiracy theories surrounding the plague and what's actually happening. So a lot is being kept very hush-hush because obviously the government doesn't want to incite panic, and
Why
they
not?
truly don't, because they're not the Joker, and they truly don't know much about the virus. But Ben mentions, I'm hearing stories because you see that there are these mass pits where they burn bodies.
It must
And
have stunk.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
that's what I was thinking
I mean,
too.
I hope none of you can, actually.
No, but I was thinking
No.
that too, as I said, that must smell terribly.
Yeah.
And Ben mentions, they're burning the bodies, but have you ever thought why? Because burning bodies is not a way to contain any contagion. It doesn't work that way. And he says, they say that the bodies, when they die, do not stay dead, that they come back to life and they crave the flesh or the blood of the living. Dr. Morgan says these are ramblings of panicked, scared individuals. I wouldn't lend it any credence. And he says, but don't you want to know, or why is it so impossible? So essentially Ben could represent people that kind of think outside the box. And Dr. Morgan is very much the establishment. Says I go on science, I don't go on theory and fantasy. Well, it turns out Ben was right. And frankly, when I was like, good for you, Ben, you were right.
Edward Cullen showing up, all these vampires
Oh
just...
my god.
Yeah.
So, look, I know they're vampires, but they're zombies.
Yeah.
This is interesting as a proto-zombie film, because there are zombie films before this, but they're based on the voodoo zombie stuff, not really the Walking Dead type stuff,
Yeah.
But this predates Night of the Living Dead by 5 years.
wow.
So yeah, and there's a lot of iconography and imagery that recurs in Romero's film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Romero, I think he said, and if I'm misquoting, that he was inspired by this film.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think he mentioned it. And if I'm wrong, audience, let me know.
So
But-
the zombie vampire herd, they there's except for the group that we meet at the end, which I'm sure you'll get to in your synopsis of the film. Are we supposed to believe that everyone except for those people are vampire/zombie people? Right, like everyone, right?
I think they said the
entire
virus is airborne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
because he's the last man on Earth, right?
right.
I don't know
By the way.
about the entire world, but anybody
Well,
else
they-
who might
they
have
mention-
an immunity.
They
is-
mentioned, I
is
think
okay.
India, I think is mentioned. There's a newspaper report that I think Ben hands them at Morgan's daughter's birthday party, where they mention India. I don't know if India is supposed to be ground zero for the outbreak, but I think it is mentioned.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So basically every day he goes out, he's looking for where they're all layered, I guess.
Yeah,
And,
essentially he's trying to find, so in addition to getting supplies, restocking, he's
very
also
isolated.
trying to figure out where their nests are to sort of kill as many as he possibly can.
Right. But there seems to be a contingent that's just chilling around his house. And one of them is Uncle Ben. And why are they calling him Morgan?
His last name is
No. Well, I mean, I thank you.
You're
I know
welcome.
that. But
Well, I think
shouldn't
Ben
they
is-
be aren't they zombified?
Well, they're not, it's not that they've lost necessarily all of their intelligence. It's just they've lost most of their fine motor functions. So they really can't.
They were not terrifying things.
No.
How Ruth gets bit by Uncle Ben at the end. I'm just push him off. He's got they have no strength whatsoever.
And I mean, Vincent Price even says that at one point. He's like, they're like animals after a long famine.
Yeah.
He's like, they're not scary on their own. It's
No.
just because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like. I kind of got the feeling because at one point Ben I think frequently states, I think, can you hear Morgan? Like, I kind of thought that was the last vestiges of Ben basically saying, you see, I told you I was right.
How funny would it have been if he was like, Morgan, I was right.
Because you do feel sorry, because, like, you see scenes once things are in full-blown effect, and you see scenes of the army basically carrying bodies, taking those that they discover are infected, that Ben decides, I'm going to try to survive, and he locks his door. Morgan is still on the optimistic side because he believes that science will find a way. But unfortunately, that really isn't the case, and things just deteriorate faster from there.
So you got this. You have this airborne illness, this airborne disease, and my dude Morgan is just standing at the window the whole movie. Like in the flashback, how many times is he at the window?
Well, he's just immune.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that
I guess
right
that's
at the time.
true, yeah.
And also, how does he find out that he's immune?
Because he's been doing, well, the whole immunity thing kind of confused me because he...
Yeah, he just randomly says he was bit by a bat a bunch of years ago at the end of the movie.
Yeah, so do we want to jump ahead a little bit?
No. You continue. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'll jump ahead because it's a lot of the same. So a lot of the film shows that Morgan's life has become a series of repetitions and a series of,
Very
I get
monotonous.
up, I brush my teeth, I eat if I want to, I go
He's got
out.
a heavy stock of liquor.
Yeah, he tries to communicate. He leaves messages stating where he'll be during the day, and if you're a survivor, come and find me. He has managed to keep the generator in one of the largest supermarkets up and running. Kudos
Which
to
is
him.
a feat in itself.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
Also,
so
that garlic, I don't care how cold that freezer is.
that's what one person said,
Yeah.
how there's no way the garlic can be that fresh. But essentially, he's stocking up, and he's also going on daily patrols because the people who have been zombified or the ones infected by the virus cannot be out during the day. Essentially, they kind of go into a stupor. So the day is prime time when, if you're not infected, you can go about, try to get food, try to hunt some of them. And that's essentially what Morgan's doing. At night, he locks himself up. He barricades his house as best he can. Thankfully, the zombies, like I said, have no fine motor skills. So they're ineffectual and they're pounding on the door. And he's able, considering how ramshackle his house is, I'm like, thank God, Morgan, these creatures aren't highly intelligent because you'd be dead already.
Yeah, and thank God they're not stronger because you see the first scene where he closes the door behind him. I'm like, that door's barely closed, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a secure door right
Well,
there.
now, would he die because he's immune to the disease?
No, but, well, he wouldn't get the disease, but he could die. They could nibble on him because they mentioned how...
They could nibble on.
Well, because they're eating people, they could,
They could kill him.
Yeah, he's not immortal. He's just immune to the virus, so...
Yeah, they're still eating people, I guess.
Yeah.
But who are they eating? If he's the only...
Well, he says that they turn on each other when they cannot find someone uninfected.
he does say that? I must have missed that. Oh.
Yeah, it's during the opening sequence, and he finds body, he goes, I guess they turned on one another. And basically, I think he mentions that if they cannot find an uninfected person, they will then go to the next best thing, which is their companion next to them, hunting about.
Oh.
So we're gonna jump a little bit. He almost makes a friend with a dog. Unfortunately, it's not meant to be.
That
The
was
dog's
sad.
infected.
That was probably the best little part of the movie.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
from the
because
dog
if
shows.
all hopes is lost, if you have a dog companion, things will be better. But unfortunately, that's not in Morgan's cards. So he is burying the dog, which while he doesn't burn it, I guess he wasn't overly concerned with that, because for the most part, he burns the bodies he finds. There are a lot of bodies, but anyway. So he's
This
burying.
comes back to bite him.
It does. So while he's in the cemetery burying the dog, he notices that there's this woman who isn't ambling about. She's out in the day, and he says, something isn't right. Now, he's a man approaching a woman alone, and he doesn't do it with the most grace.
Yeah. Hey, you, wait there!
And it's and she takes off. And as I was watching, I was saying, dude, you're full on chasing her now.
Yeah.
She's not going
then
to
he
stop.
Then he kidnaps her.
Yeah.
And he's like, why are you scared?
Yeah. She tries to leave. He's like, no, you can't leave.
Well, and also
manhandling her.
and in the books, it's mentioned that he states that after 3 years, I've lost my social graces. So in the book, he apologizes for his behavior towards the woman who he finds.
He does not.
In the film, he's like, "Why would you be running from me?" So she says that her name is Ruth, that her husband succumbed to the virus, so that he was torn apart in front of her. At a certain point, Morgan's spider senses start tingling, and he's like, something is not right, something is quite wrong. And he shoves garlic in front of Ruth's face, and she reacts. She tries to hide it by saying...
let's be honest. She reacts as anybody would react.
But that's what she says. Like, she's like, I've always had a weak stomach, and you've shoved garlic in front of my face.
Sticking a whole... What do you call a thing of garlic?
I don't know, a bow? Like, it was so large.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like
if
how
I
you
put that in front
decorate
of Katie's face, she's going to be like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like,
unless you really like it, then you'll have like a deep inhale. I love garlic.
I think we're the garlic side of the table over here. I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty nice.
I mean,
we know you guys aren't infected then. That's good.
I'd take a nice big whiff of garlic, but if somebody shoves it in my face, my instinct's going to be like, what are you doing?
What's your problem? Yeah.
So... you may think, okay, Dr. Morgan, you've lost your touch now. She's not infected. Surprise, she is. But, dun, 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 she's a special infectee.
And she's got this secret antidote.
Yes.
Which, how they got that, I would have liked a little more explanation on that.
Yeah.
But I'll let that lie.
Yeah, there's a lot of, we'll get into that later. So, Morgan obviously is upset. He goes like, you have this cure, which is not really a cure. It's more like a vaccine, so to speak, because it doesn't cure the disease. It sort of mitigates the symptoms, which makes it impossible for those infected to kind of live normal lives. Well, so while she is still infected, she can sort of behave and act as she did prior to.
I would argue that a vaccine is like a cure because
she's not cured, she still has it.
Yeah, she has to take it like every day, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like taking heroin to treat back pain. That's a really bad example.
Yeah, that's a really bad example.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to fix it.
It's essentially treating the symptoms.
Yeah,
it's keeping her and her gang from going feral.
Yeah.
And essentially what Ruth states is that she and her cohorts have decided that they are going to rebuild civilization one brick at a time. Dr. Morgan...
but why are they scared of him?
Because Ruth mentions that he's sort of been killing indiscriminately. In addition to those who are a true danger, he's also killing those like Ruth who are managing their symptoms, and he's just killing indiscriminately.
Well, how's he supposed to know that?
Yeah.
Well, I think also they're not...
We don't see any of them until the end of the movie.
But I think they're also not operating logically. Because...
I think that they're just like, hey, you've killed like so many of our own. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to agree with you, Lou, because how is he going to know on the offset that, like, just that even though these people are affected, that they're not going feral?
But even, like, they are forming a society in our justice system. If you kill a bunch of people, even under the notion you're doing a good thing, you're not going to be embraced. You're probably going to be treated pretty harshly.
That is true.
Yeah, so that's what Ruth reveals, that because Dr. Morgan gets excited because after 3 years of believing that he is the only one in the world, there is this other group of people that are trying to rebuild. However, Ruth reveals that she was sent there intentionally.
Which, that doesn't make any sense. No. Because, like, first off, I believe she says spying on him.
Yes.
And, like, you just walked right up to him. Like, what are you doing, Ruth?
Unless she was spying on, she was doing a better job before he saw her at the graveyard.
Yeah, but, like, shouldn't she have known where he was? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like Joe and I you ever watch the show Homeland? Joe and I were talking about Homeland, and there's a thing with, actually, Matheson is also the last name of the spy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it Carrie Matheson?
Carrie Matheson.
I only know this from one specific Twitter post. That's the only information I have about Homeland.
But I guess there's a picture for one of the seasons where she's in a hijab,
Yeah.
and it's a red one though.
Yeah, and she's in a crowd of like people in like black burqas,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, my
she's
mom
turning
started
to the
watching that
camera,
show.
and it just goes around in a tweet caption like "Jesus Christ, Carrie, you're the
Yeah.
worst spy ever."
Yeah, like that's when Ruth said that she was spying on him. I was like, you are the worst spy
Yeah.
in the world. Like you walked right up to him. By the way, Carrie Matheson in Homeland is probably the worst spy ever. So like that's what I thought of though.
Yeah, so she states basically that she has been observing him, we're supposed to assume for some time, that she was sent by her group to contain him until the others arrive. However, she has a change of heart, but she also passes out.
Yeah, and then he totally violates her, not in a sexual way, but like, I'm sorry, he performed a science experiment on her while she was passed out.
Yeah, it's a little
It's
bit
all for the
lunatic.
greater good.
And he's like, "Look, you can enjoy garlic now."
You can look in the mirror.
He's like, "Smell the garlic again."
Well, I guess for a woman, there'd be nothing worse than not being able to look into the mirror, so.
I guess.
I
Her hair
guess.
was all over the place, let's be honest.
Bedhead.
Yeah.
You know, and just looking bad.
You had experiments performed on you in your sleep.
Yeah, so Morgan is thrilled. His blood, it turns out, is the cure. However, unfortunate for him.
And he says he's known this.
Yeah, but also.
Well, I think he suspected it, but he never
Because
got
he
to
got
try
bit
it.
by
Yeah.
a bat some time ago in Argentina, right?
I don't
Panama,
know.
I think he said.
Oh, did he say
Maybe
Panama?
got
I
the
believe
canal.
the author, and I don't know what it's like in the book, but I thought the author did say that he consulted scientists, I guess, to
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure that the science in his
Matched.
book
Like
was
made-
scientific.
I
You know?
believe the
made
book
sense.
would be
Yeah.
I take any science fiction writer who says that stuff with a big grain of
Yeah,
salt.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just say
especially
he
something with like zombification, right? Like
he consulted. You know,
so what was I just gonna say?
I don't know.
We were talking about
Getting bitten by a bat.
Yeah, he got bit by the bat in
and
Panama.
if he knew that his blood was the cure all along.
I don't remember. Just continue. If I think of it all.
Yeah,
Okay.
You'll come back to it. Don't worry. It'll come back.
What I should have mentioned is what alerts him to the possibility that there may be other people is that he finds corpses that have been staked with iron instead of wood, which is what he's been using. So that kind of tips him off that there might be other people. I forgot to mention that. So he administers his blood to Ruth.
Without her
Without her
consent.
consent. Yeah.
She's passed out without her consent. He cures her, and he's overjoyed, and he essentially wants to meet the other members of her.
And she's
orphanage.
like, "Brother, you don't want
Yeah.
to do that."
I also love how he's like, I've cured you and I can prove it. Look at the petri dish or whatever. I'm like, she's not a scientist. She's not gonna know what she's looking at. Like if you showed that to me, I'd be like, I don't know what that is. You know what I mean?
He was excited. In the excited, he didn't think. And he essentially tells Ruth, I can administer the cure to the others. However, Ruth says they're not going to be receptive. They're here for one purpose only. They want to kill you. She begs him to flee, but he refuses, although then he does flee. So he's not like he stays in the house and stands his ground. So he leaves, and you see a large group of men dressed in black. They have vehicles, which are left over from the military. Maybe some of them may have been military.
I just feel like he would have noticed these people
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, why'd it
You
take
know?
3
Yeah.
years?
I mean, I don't know. And the
I don't
fact
know.
also, he has been reaching out. So I'm not exactly sure why no one would have tried responding. That's a little where I'm a little confused because he was radioing and trying to reach out to people. So I don't know why this group would not have tried to make contact. But so essentially about 2 or 3 trucks full of men show up. They chase Vincent. He seeks sanctuary in a church.
He's throwing smoke bombs like as he's going by. And it just
He's like-
the almost oddly placed smoke bombs. He just like tosses one right next to him and runs away, and then when he gets to the church, he like throws 3 in the same area. You're kind of like, all right, man. Well, obviously it's not working because they're still right behind you.
And he's
Like-
like, "You're all freaks."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a weird thing to say, right? Like, I mean, maybe it's different in the '60s. Maybe it's just like they couldn't be like,
I was gonna say, I mean, it is 1964.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't be like, you know, weirdos. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they had
Definitely
to be.
not.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, just the you freaks.
Yeah, Ruth does show up, and you also see that there are women. Although I feel like there's
Oh, and
more,
then the
more
way
men than women.
the
but-
creepily way the kids walk into the church.
Yeah.
I was like, those kids are on something. Like those kids are not normal kids.
They're
those
vampire kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Those kids were like born from the vampires.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, I
weird
mean,
kids.
yeah, we see the little baby.
baby?
At the end,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, this is the next step in evolution.
Yeah,
What
that
it
was-
also
that was
shows
creepy.
you is that life finds a way. That even in the bleakest of moments.
I did say that.
But
Okay.
my favorite and most frustrating part, it happens in the
vampire
church
baby.
when they throw these spears, and I remember it's from Family Guy, and that's why I always think of it. When he goes, they hit him with the things, and he was, I was the last man. I was like, say on earth, say on earth,
And he
does not say on earth. And there's a Family Guy sketch where they're like, oh, they said the name of the movie in the movie.
I thought he does say I'm the last man on earth.
No,
No, he
just
says,
says,
I am
I'm
the last man.
Oh, that was a waste.
And that
Yeah.
frustrates you?
Yeah, I wanted it on
Say
earth.
the title. Come
Yeah.
on, do a good title drop.
That reminds me of Cinema Sins, if you've ever watched it, where like if it opens up with the title, he jokes roll credits, like he's not going to continue, but then anyway, it's funnier if you watch it. But yeah, so essentially they corner him in the church. I think he tries to sort of plead his case that he can cure them, but at this point they're sort of running on rage.
Yeah, he's
and
mainly just
resentment.
rage baiting them, honestly.
Yeah.
Calling them names and stuff. Like,
So they do kill him. Ruth does try to intervene on his behalf, but like I'm saying, they're running on rage, revenge, and indignation, I guess.
So
So,
now-
they're not going to listen to him.
But
They kill him.
Ruth now is also cured.
Yes.
So like, do they sense they don't do anything to her? But like, I wonder if they're going to be able to sense it eventually, be like smell it on her. You know,
but like, will they care?
Yeah,
know.
that's the thing.
it's a good
I was
question.
thinking they still have his blood. They could harvest it.
Wow. I mean, yeah, they could.
I mean, I'm just saying he's not going anywhere.
So I
So
was like, I'm just saying.
They killed him, so
I mean-
no, he isn't going anywhere.
just saying that's a waste. And the film ends where Vincent Price unfortunately dies before he can administer the cure. And the whole idea is that the society, whether it will function or not, is sort of left up to the audience to sort of interpret. But one thing that Vincent Price does say, because when Ruth is talking about building their society and she has them at gunpoint, which even that didn't convince me she'd be able to hold them anywhere. She's basically saying that, no society in its beginnings was founded under peaceful circumstances. So that's sort of just the same, more of the same, that every society to one degree or another has violence in it and has violent origins. But yeah, so that's the film in a nutshell.
Do you guys think that? I mean, I'm sure it has happened, but somebody that's dated somebody named Ruth, when they introduce them, do you think maybe they'd be like, "This is my baby, Ruth"?
Oh my god.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah,
like I would
exactly
definitely
what
jump on
happened.
that.
Yeah.
Because of course you would.
This might be-
Yeah, well, even if you have a,
But this is
have
my
a
babe,
daughter,
Ruth.
it's probably even easier.
Yeah, it would be much easier. Yeah.
We don't got too many Ruths nowadays.
There are not a lot of
No.
Ruths.
No.
No, it's a very 80-year-old name.
Yeah.
They let you just come out as an 80-year-old. Like,
Come on, Benjamin Button style.
exactly.
Although you laugh, my cousin did come out and looked like an old man for a long time.
Did they name them Ruth?
No, his name is Dante.
Dante. That's an old. I like that.
Yeah.
Dante. I just think of Pierce Brosnan
I've known some Dantes.
Yeah.
Wait, why do you think of Pierce Brosnan?
because of Dante's Peak, I guess.
I've never seen that movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's all right. It's your typical. What is that? Is
The
that a volcano? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those. Yeah. They have
But
to get away from it.
I would say that I would argue that Dante's Peak is better than the Tommy Lee Jones movie just called Volcano,
I don't think I've ever seen
when it
that.
comes out,
or
I
heard of
mean,
that.
when it erupts in the middle of Los
We're
Angeles.
splitting hairs on these volcano movies.
A volcano erupted in the middle of Los Angeles?
What's
Yeah,
the
from-
volcano doing in
from
the middle
the
of
lib-
Los Angeles?
It erupts from the La Brea tar pits.
Oh, it's like an actual thing? Oh. Whoops.
It's
I didn't know that.
No, the tar pits are not a volcano.
no,
Oh.
but that's where
I've been to the tar pits.
Yeah, it's just tar.
Those came out the same year.
Oh, really? Wow.
The 90s were addicted to those disaster movies. I'm glad that ended because like I've never enjoyed one.
Yeah, they're all just the same to me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Though, okay, one I'll go. A very specific experience of one I'll go to bat for. The Ben Affleck commentary for Armageddon.
Oh, yeah?
It's hysterical.
Is
He
it? I
just-
have to check
He
that.
spends the whole time just making fun of the movie and complaining about Michael Bay, and it's very, very funny.
Nice. I kind of liked San Andreas.
Oh,
the
I-
one with The Rock.
I like San
Just
Andreas.
because it's so ridiculous. Like,
I mean, is it though?
oh, yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But that's what makes it good. That's what makes
Yeah,
it fun.
yeah.
You know, if you're going to do those movies, make it the more ridiculous, the better. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, back to Last Man on Earth.
So I just wanted to read when Matheson, when he gave this interview in 2007.
No relation to Carrie.
No.
No. The Vincent Price movie came closer to the book, but I didn't care for it too much. I wrote quite a few pictures for Vincent, and he was marvelous in all of them, but I think he was miscast in I Am Legend. And it was done in Italy. It's not as bad as I thought, which I don't understand the connection with that. I saw it recently again, but it certainly didn't capture the book all that well. I don't care for the Heston movie, so Charlton Heston did The Omega Man, which is another take on I Am Legend. It was so far removed from the book, though it didn't bother me.
So, have you seen I Am Legend recently? Like, do you remember it?
I do, yeah.
Because, like I don't remember it enough. So I do remember he does find a woman, but she has a kid, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the end, isn't he like holding one of them like in a
No.
chamber?
Well, one of the infected, yes, and he explodes.
So there's
Killing
an
all
No,
of them.
yeah, and the alternate ending is the canonical one because they're going to make a sequel with Will Smith, so
But they didn't.
where
make a
he
sequel.
survives and everybody's happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he dies at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
He sort of sacrifices himself. More of the vampires come in because they're trying to get the one he's currently experimenting on.
Why?
Well, in the alternate ending, it's revealed that she is the girlfriend or lover of one of the other infected.
Yeah.
So he's the leader, so to speak. So in the alternate ending, the leader and a bunch of other them surround Will Smith in his lab. Will Smith sort of is like almost treating them like rabbitohs, like I'm just getting this. Like he's basically talking, I'm getting the syringe. So he injects the woman with something, I'm not sure what it is, and he slowly realizes that even though they're infected, they haven't completely lost their humanity.
Yeah.
And that he also realizes that they have families. Because the way the man, like, he scoops her up and, like, there's a really, it is kind of touching in a weird way. They have their reunion and Will Smith realizes I've made a mistake. And there's a moment where the camera, it doesn't focus on Will Smith, but it focuses on wall-to-wall images of all the ones that he's killed and experimented on. And he realizes I've made a mistake and he apologizes to the man and they all just leave. So that's the alternate ending.
I actually prefer the alternate ending to the ending I got. I didn't
According to when they premiered it for, not test audiences, that's probably a bad word for it.
No, that is.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it
okay.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
They didn't like it.
What?
So, because they thought it painted
Have you
him
seen the ending?
in an unfavorable light.
They painted Will Smith in an
Will Smith in an
Oh,
unfavorable light.
that's
So,
stupid.
Oh, you
So-
mean the ending that we got in the movie?
No,
so
the
the alternate ending,
this
the one that was
yeah.
originally planned, test audiences, when they saw it, they thought it made Will Smith look unfavorable, like he was some kind of supervillain. So instead, they went with the one that was theatrically released, where he goes out in
In
a
a
blaze of
blazing-
glory, quite literally, and he remains a hero.
He kills them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I understand in the book, it's more so like he gets captured. Ruth gives him some like cyanide pills, and he takes them. And as he's fading out, he's like, "Yep, I guess I was like the boogeyman of these people.
Oh.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy."
So, I mean, but in the book, he is technically the villain.
Well, yes, what he realizes, which I guess maybe is a commentary on who truly is the monster.
Yeah.
So in his eyes, these rabid whatever, they're monsters that he has no pity for. Now, because there's actually two types of infected in the book, which you kind of see in this movie. There's the like rabid dog ones that are senseless. And then I can say there's the more cultured kind, or the ones that have more intelligence. They're closer to humanity prior to infection. So there's two types. But in the main character's mind, it does not matter. They're essentially the same. And what he realizes is that, now he understands where I see them as monsters, but to them, I'm the monster because look at what I've done to them. Like, I've killed family, I've killed...
In this one, though,
Yes.
in The Last Man on Earth that we watched for this, the more cultured ones are also killing the lower classed ones, for lack of a better phrase.
Because I guess probably, and this is just what I'm assuming, if their goal is to build a functioning society, one would assume, and I'm just guessing, that they're doing sort of testing. So they come across someone like, are you worth saving? Are you too far gone? Oh, I guess you're too far gone. And I guess they're disposing. Or I guess if their goal is to make an ordered society and you're being disorderly, they're going to neutralize you, which I guess is what they're doing.
So basically, I mean, they're playing God.
Essentially.
You know what I mean? So and
I mean, that's just what I'm guessing.
I don't know.
really have no clue.
I interesting. That's interesting, but I almost think that
It's almost like a genocide.
they're like choosing. They're like being like, no, we're gonna choose who's good enough to live in this
But
society.
that makes
Yeah.
sense
I don't-
when you're
yeah.
not
Yeah.
I'll clarify what I mean by that. It's
I don't know what it's like in the book. I think this one, I don't think they thought there were a lot of
No.
implications. I don't think
No.
I guess so we're supposed to assume that those are going to be like the original families. Let's just put like a mafia thing involved. So they're the original families that are going to then create the society. So they're technically the ones on top. So it makes sense that they're going to say, okay, fine, we have to find those who are worthy of joining our society. And if you're not, we're going to get rid of you because you serve no purpose. That's what I assume they're doing. Like, I
Like
guess
the-
there are
so
some
it's
that
like
are probably too far gone.
Calling the weak, but they're not weak, so it's technically like calling the more like the
Yeah.
animalistic.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's just what I'm assuming.
Evolution,
Interesting.
natural selection.
Yeah, like some people, when they were giving reviews, thought that the film should have spent more time in the beginning years of the epidemic because they thought that was the most interesting part of the film, which I kind of agree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought the flashback stuff was brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
kind of like. I thought you meant like the beginning, like how he was at the beginning of the movie. Like I liked him, like kind of like going around being like kind of crazy and laughing maniacally and stuff like that.
One thing I did kind of like one of the more chilling moments, which we didn't talk about, was because after his wife is infected, he doesn't allow her body to get burned. He buries her. And that's what also alerts him to the fact where Ben was right. It all goes back to Ben.
Yeah, she comes
Ben
back.
was right.
Yeah.
She comes back, and it's actually one of the most chilling moments of the film because he hears like a whisper, like, let me in.
Yeah.
And I was like, crap, she's back. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Like, oh, she's back. And
She's like, let me in. I forgot my key.
She doesn't say that.
Yeah, basically. I mean, she's like jiggling the doorknob. I do the same thing when Louisa puts the latch on the door. I'm like, Lou. You know?
So do you also whisper by the windows? Like, let me
No, usually I'll call.
in.
I hate door latches.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
A deadbolt, I get. Door latch, I'm like, come on, really? This is
Yeah.
what we're doing?
And you always think you can get it. You always are like, oh, I got it. But you never do.
No. So, and that's when he realizes that Ben was right, that the dead reanimate, and that's when he immobilizes his wife, and then he burns her.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
But it was one of the genuinely freaky moments when
Yeah.
he sees her, like, when he opens the door, it's like, don't open the door.
Yeah.
And he opens it, she just comes out of the shadows, and she's
Yeah,
like,
that freaked me out.
and she's just reaching for him.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that freaked me out.
So, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, Bobby, I'm home.
Which, how would you guys react if something like that happened to you?
Nope.
Yeah, I would just close the door in her face.
Yeah.
Get the
You'd
fuck outta
close the door on Louisa's face?
here. If she was a zombie, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's not her.
Eat him?
You know what I mean? It's not her.
But
It's
how do
just
you
her
know-
body.
But
It's
how
not.
do you know you could not help her become more You would just up and
Okay,
just
I am
abandon-
not a scientist.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, I'm not a scientist. How would I know that?
Yeah.
Have you seen the zombie Romeo and Juliet version, from the YA novel?
I Am Zombie?
What are you talking
Oh,
about,
no, no.
Simona? You're acting like this is something everybody's read.
Someone was like, oh yes, in the
Warm
very
Bodies. It's called
frequently
Warm
read.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. I've seen the movie. I actually really liked the movie. So yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I just
Okay.
Oh, Warm Bodies is Romeo. I didn't know that. I mean, I know what Warm Bodies is. I haven't seen it or read
yeah,
it, but.
because his name is R, because that's the only letter he can remember, and her name is Juliet.
Oh.
But they don't die at the end of the movie.
No, but in that movie,
Well, they're already dead, aren't they?
Well, she's a human.
But in that movie, he slowly goes from to like more functional. So my
Yeah, he
point
does.
is that Louise could go from to more functional if you just give a bit of time and effort. Anyway,
not
I'm
in this
reaching. It doesn't matter.
universe.
I know, like, I gotta, like, keep her, like, chained up, like, in the.
Like
the
Shaun of the
Walking-
Dead?
Like, Walking. Or, yeah, even Shaun of the Dead, or Walking Dead when Negan's guys. Didn't he have his daughter, like, chained up in the bed or something like that? Because he doesn't want to, like, part with his daughter.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Well, she's a zombie.
I know, but still, it's messed up.
So yeah, the film is Warm Bodies. I just couldn't remember
Okay,
the
I've seen Warm Bodies.
So what are we rating this out of?
Zombies?
Sure.
I thought Uncle Ben's.
Sure. I'm gonna. I'll bat lead off.
Like you always do.
I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. I think there are issues with it. I actually, up until, I would say, like, up until the ending, up until the root stuff, I was probably gonna give this a 3 out of 5. But then the root stuff, it just doesn't make sense to me. So this is getting 2 out of 5 for me.
This is gonna get a 3 out of 5 for me. Because it's a movie from the 1960s. A lot of it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but
Right.
I'm
Katie, there are movies from the 1960s that make sense.
sure.
You know, I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's not an excuse.
Sure. It's my
You're-
opinion.
You're being nice.
It's my
You're trying to be nice.
It's-
Don't be nice. Give it the
No. No. It's getting 3 out of 5 stars. Or
So-
my Uncle Ben's.
Uncle Ben's.
So this is getting 1 out of 5 Uncle Ben's for me.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it.
So, while the concept is very interesting, there's a lot that's kind of left where you're scratching your head as to logistics. The acting is, for the most part, what makes me want to give it a 1 out of 5.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
Vincent Price in other things. He can act.
I'm wondering if Vincent Price just phoned it in on this one.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a paycheck.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there
feel
are
like
other
it was probably just a
people that-
paycheck.
I mean, considering that for the most part he is carrying the film, he essentially is for the most part alone.
My guess is he probably wasn't used to filming in international co-productions. He
Yeah.
wasn't used to dubbing
Yeah.
like that. Like, you
So
know.
those things very well may be factors, but it was just also other things too. And I'm like, oh, come on, Vincent. Or more like Morgan. Come on, Morgan. You can care a bit more. So yeah, unfortunately it's going to be 1 out of 5. However, I'm glad I did watch it because I do want to make it a point to kind of watch more classic horror movies. And oh, I forgot to mention this is on Hoopla and we have the black and white version and the colorized version. on Hoopla.
Don't watch the colorized
No, don't
version.
watch
I'm
the
gonna
colorized.
come to your house if you do that.
Don't watch the colorized.
I was tempted to watch the colorized version, but
Oh,
They just look
Simona.
weird.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Oh.
like they weren't filmed in color, so it's just
No.
like kind of like overlaying stuff, and
Oh.
it always ends up looking quite strange.
Yes.
But considering that this film, although as Joe mentioned, is not the first of the zombie genre, it kind of did influence what we know as the zombie genre.
Oh yeah,
now.
I consider the voodoo zombie stuff entirely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if I don't change my pick, we'll see one of those.
Yeah, so yeah, it's 1 out of 5 Bens.
I don't know. Like, look, there's like things where I'm like, yeah, it's not very good, but it's all right. And this, it's all right, you know. It looks pretty nice. There's some cool iconography. You're like, hey, this is earlier than I expect to see that kind of zombie stuff. I don't know. 3 Uncle Bens. Like, don't go out of your way if you're not interested in it. But there's better Vincent Price stuff. Everything we mentioned before, check it out. But I did notice the cinematographer on this, to lead into Reader's Advisory, if you want some recommendations. He did a fantastic film. He shot Julia Questi's Django Kill, If You Live, Shoot. This is a bizarro spaghetti western from '67 starring Thomas Milian. It is like strange and psychedelic and hyper violent. Check it out. It's weird. You're gonna be really thrown off by it. And
Nice.
it looks awesome. So shout out to I'm sorry, Franco Deli Colli.
Nice.
So did we still want to do like song recs?
Yeah.
Yeah, what we're listening to lately.
Okay.
I'll about lead off. I have been listening to You and Me, the Flume remix by Disclosure. On my way to work pretty much every morning. But I feel like I need to listen to it while I'm on my way to a rave. But I don't really go to a lot of raves. I have also been listening to Green Day's Letter Bomb quite a bit for some reason. And I think those are my 2. Oh, I also listened to what was the name of that book? Remember the book I was telling you about? London Falling. By somebody. Here, I'm going to tell you. London Falling by... I'm taking up too much time.
Find it, Lewis. Find it.
London Falling by Patrick Radden Keefe. It's a nonfiction book about a murder in London. And it is incredible. And if you listen to it, it's like listening to a true crime podcast. It was really
Nice.
very good.
Nice. So I'm back to listening to music since I finished my audiobook. So the 3 songs I listened to this morning before getting into work, Let There Be Rock by AC/DC, Chop Suey, System of a Down, and then my next song will be Sympathy for the Devil, but the Guns N' Roses version, not the Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah, I love the Rolling Stones version.
I like Guns N' Roses cover more.
I don't think I've heard the Guns N' Roses cover.
I highly recommend it.
So this was actually a recommendation from Justin. So thank you, Justin. So I listened to Battle Beast, their Circus of Doom album, and I listened to it in one sitting. It is awesome, and they're a Finnish heavy metal band. Highly recommend.
Cool.
All right. I'm throwing out been on a bit of a jazz kick recently. Ugly Beauty by Thelonious Monk. And then, this isn't jazz, but Vaudeville Villain by MF Doom. Gotta love MF Doom. And I've slept on this album for a long time, but like I'm shouting out the title track here, but the whole album's fantastic. Like it's really, really good. Crazy production. And Peaceful by Miles Davis.
Nice.
Classic jazzist.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us for our first episode of the Classic Horror Movie Series. As always, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.